Greetings, technicians. Welcome to Respect the Technique. Today we're going to cover fire roasted poblanos, how to roast them and peel them. I actually shot a video about this a few days ago, and I went to edit it, and I wasn't happy with the lighting and the angles, so I actually reshot it. I'm kind of a noob at all this stuff, when it comes to video editing. But I think it came out pretty good. I'm happy with this one. And here we go. Fire roasted poblanos. Enjoy. So first you get your burner going, and we're going to fire roast these poblanos. I have some kind of a funky artistic grate on my stove. It makes it a little bit tricky to place these things on there, but it's not impossible. You just kind of got to maneuver them and mess around. And as they start to cook, they get a little bit softer and more pliable, easier to position. If you don't have a gas burner, it's going to be tough to do this technique. Honestly, you could maybe get your broiler going in an electric oven and put them really close up underneath and keep turning it. You give that a try, but you kind of need the gas burner to do this. So, you leave them on there for, I'd say, 30 seconds or so at a time. And you see they start to get that color and the browning. You want to blister and cook sort of every square centimeter of your peppers. So that's what's going to allow the skin to come off. So you keep turning them. It probably takes 5-10 minutes total. I didn't really keep track of how long this took to roast them, but you just keep turning them little by little. They start to get more colored. You can see the progression going here. See, that's on that side of the one in the back there. That's about what they're supposed to look like all over. See this? At some point you might just have to hold the tongs. You want to get the tops of them too. They don't want to stand up sometimes. So you can just grab the tongs and hold them in the position you want to make sure they get that bit of the surface area on the peppers. Roasting. Yeah, they're starting to get there. See that they're a little bit softer now, and that means they're easier to balance a little bit. They're not so roly-poly. See that one? I just kind of hold it there with the tongs to get the top blistered. And when they're done, they're cooked all over, blistered all over. Whoopsie daisy. Get it there, Pablo. Oh, I guess I wasn't happy with the tops there. Let them go another minute or two. There we go. Looks nice. That's just what they should look like. And now we're going to put them in a bowl. Going to put them in a bowl and cover them with plastic wrap right away. As soon as they come off the heat, you want to do this because this is part of the process. The heat gets trapped in there and it actually steams and cooks the peppers somewhat. And it's what causes the skin to sort of loosen up and become easy to remove. So those are done. They're rested. They're just about room temperature now. And now I'm going to start removing the skin. And it can be kind of a messy job and a little frustrating. The skin will stick to your fingers and kind of get everywhere. But be patient and try to work one end to the other. Start at the bottom end and work towards the top. And just be patient and little by little. Use your thumbs and your fingers and just sort of scrape it off. It should come off easily. If it's sticking on there and you've got to really grab it and pull on it a lot, it means you probably didn't cook it long enough or blister the skin enough. See, most of it comes up. There might be a few little black flecks of the skin left on there, but it's not a problem. It doesn't really hurt the flavor, and we can still get that off. We're going to come back and show a technique for that. So here's how we cut them to get the seeds out. This one already had a cut in it, so I just used that, follow the cut. Now watch this. I'm going to be gentle here and careful and it takes a little bit longer in this step, but then it saves you a whole bunch of times removing the rest of the seeds. I want to try to get this central seed pod out of here intact as much as I can. And I just saved myself a bunch of work if I would have, broken it and more seeds come off. So now we're just going to open it up here. This is technique number 1 to remove the seeds. Just sort of flatten it out as best you can. And again, working from one end to the other, it makes your life easier. Instead of going in 10 different directions and redistributing the seeds where you just removed them from, I start at the end and work towards the opposite end. It takes a little time, just be patient. And those little seeds are a little resistant. They don't want to come out of there, but they will. Okay, now get the other side. There you go. You can kind of fold it and get the other side like that. Notice I'm not moving the pepper around on the board. It kind of stays where it is for the most part, and that's just to avoid picking up more seeds, getting them restuck, and having to remove them again. I move away from where the seeds are, not towards it. Okay. And there we go. That one's ready to rock. A lot you can do with this, guys. Fantastic flavor in the fire roasted poblanos. Put them in soups, stir fries, whatever. You can just cut it up, put salt and pepper on it, throw it in a quesadilla. Delicious. So this is the other technique I was mentioning to get if there's a few remaining flecks of the skin. You just use a paper towel. Some people will take them and run them under the water in the sink to remove the skin, the little bits of skin that are left. I don't recommend that. You're losing a lot of flavor when you do that. It's just kind of, and it's not so hard, you see, to just use the paper towels. Now, this is the way to remove the seeds if you want to stuff these peppers, if you want to use it for chile rellenos. Which, if you've never had them, I know that I'd never had chile rellenos until I moved to California. There's not a lot of great Mexican restaurants where I grew up in eastern Pennsylvania. But when I came out here and discovered chile rellenos, man, is that some good eating. If you've never tried it, do yourself a favor. It's stuffed chilies, usually with cheese. And with a nice red tomato sauce on top of it and cheese melted on top. Fantastic. They coat it in egg whites, and to fry it makes a beautiful texture. But so you cut around, you get the inner stem out, and then you just take your finger. See that? Gently. Try not to rip the pepper, and little by little you get the seeds out. Pretty easy. And once you get them all out, so you have that nice intact pepper, it's easy to stuff from one end, and you can make some bomb-ass chile rellenos. There we go. Easy peasy. And this is a third way. If you're going to just cut them up into smaller pieces, then, you can just cut it in half. Pretty similar to the first way, really. You just cut it in half, get in there, get that rib out. There's a little electrical storm there. I think I got a ghost or something. All right, and just go in there. cut the very end out, just like the carrots. We don't want to waste any of it. Get the ribs out of there, make sort of a flat surface. It's easier to bring the knife along. And that's it. Same thing. You just scrape the seeds out, just like you did on the other one. You just have two halves instead of one. There we go. Looks good. And that's your finished product. Fire roasted poblanos. Use your imagination. Million different things you can put those in. You saw me put them in some soup the other day. And that's it, folks. Fire roasted poblanos. Hope this technique works for you. Give it a try. Let me know in the comments. Always let me know in the comments what techniques you want to learn, folks. And I will make a list and we'll start producing them. So thank you very much for watching. Much love. See you next time.